My name is Joseph Owuor, and I'm a technical engineer.
My name is Vivian Owuor, and I'm a customer relations officer.
And this is our dream wedding.
I'd always said 28 is the right age to get married. Now I know that don't fix God's time. God knows that time, and God has that ring. Not me, not anybody else. It's God who has that time. So me at 28, I was desperate. I was like, I need. So this man I'd been dating for 5 years. I were turn the cousin. Mommy is saying no. Suju, my uncle is saying no. Let's get a house. You know. So I just went into it blindly.
It was those relationships that you're infatuated by the looks and the color, and you're like, wow, I'm young. I'll get this kind of baby, you know? It went as far as that. So parents were against it, and I'm like, no, you don't know what I know. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. This is nice. This color would make me good, you know? This is good seed. Things didn't work out because there was a lot of, we were young, and I didn't know how to look after a husband, and he didn't know how to look after a wife, and we had our differences. I couldn't understand why somebody comes late in the night. He didn't understand why I don't have to take your things as you come in the door. So for me and him, it was a lot of, we were not mature yet. And we lived together till, is it 2010, 2009? Yeah, 2009, 2010, I'm not sure. I'm happy to say we are good friends now. We have sorted the differences, and we're looking at it in terms of we were young. We were not ready. It reached a point where we couldn't so we filed for a divorce and cleared up.
There's something about mothers that children do not know. They have a sixth sense that I can see you, I can just look at you and I know, no, this is not the right person for my daughter. You know, there's nothing as bad. Here is your child struggling to make this person happy. She's working, the man is not working. She's bringing in everything, but still he's not cultured, and he's the father of the children. He was not a man enough, you know. So eventually she realized, Mommy said it, and she moved out. So I'm happy for her. She's a happy-go-lucky girl. I thank God so much. Yes, I'm very happy. She has all my blessings.
V, this is a gift from Samantha Bridal and Move It. Just to enhance your beauty. You're beautiful inside out, but this one will just increase your glow so that you are beautiful and lovely to Joe. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, Move It. Thank you, Samantha Bridal. You just made my day.
Dressing, the ladies decided to call me, to pray over me. So I was asked to sit down and they prayed. Oh, it broke me down. I've been through a lot with these ladies. They are my prayer partners. They are my friends. I laugh and cry with them, and they've seen me and Joe from start to end. They supported us when people never. They prayed for us. So having them stand around holding hands in white, oh, for me it was so symbolic, and I really thank God for them. So I couldn't help it. And then now my mom had to veil me and also pray, and my mom broke down. Before she could even touch the veil, she broke down. Because even for me and my mom, we've been through a lot. She's seen me, my ups and downs. I've seen her ups and downs. So having this moment, sharing it with her and having to veil me, it was a moment she'll cherish forever. As in, she can hold her head up high.
I put this veil on you to bless you. May God be ahead of you in everything. If there is anything that I said that was not improper to you or you felt bad, I forgive.
That moment for her was just out of this world, and it's by the grace of God. So having her do it, oh my, I have no words. I have no words. It was beautiful.
I'm above 35 years. I'm actually 38. I'll be turning 39 this Christmas. And actually, you know, when I was young, I was like, I want to get married by the time I reach 30 like this. I have to be married with a wife and maybe like a kid. But you see, God has his own plans. Yeah? God was saving her for me. The driver had gone to pick up the pastor. Amefika, because the pastor, the same day, he had another wedding. He was officiating another wedding. So now, haya. Leta number ya pastor. The best man tried calling the pastor. He's not picking up the phone. It is 4:30. He's supposed to be there at 5. Alafu kuna jam sasa. Kwenda kwa venue. I was like, now what? So we're there in the car. I was like, sasa what now?
I knew what was going on, and the worst thing is I was in a car and the AC was not working. So I was so irritated. I kept on telling the driver, drive. He's being called and told stop wherever you are. I'm telling him drive, because that's the only way I can get breeze into the car. And yes, it was a nice, comfortable car, good, cool car, but then no AC. How my makeup will run, you know? I was like, of all days, how can the groom be late? Then how can the pastor be late? And he had assured. But later on, the best mate, we just said, God has a purpose, God has a plan. So we just started praying, singing, making silly jokes in the car, making merry with what was happening.
So we had to wait. Now the pastor came, is it like 5:20?
It almost felt like I was the bride. You know, being waited for. Everybody has arrived, because I really did tell them, be there on time. And I was going to be there on time, but then stuff happened. So we got delayed because of the other wedding, and the two distances were not too close. So there was a bit of traffic as well. And the good thing is that when I arrived, everybody else was ready. So it was almost
We got to the venue and I saw the men. Oh my God, they're looking so hot. I didn't see him. I was looking out for him. I didn't see him. I was told that he was in the car. I was like, okay, let me just hold on. But now the worst thing is that I don't like keeping people waiting. So that was really irritating. I'm like, what is going on? Somebody tell me, ati DJ bado anatafuta nyimbo. Oh, I wish I would have I could go out and slap that DJ of all days. Kwani akwa hapo tayari how?
DJ was pathetic.
He really let us down. The DJ, oh my goodness, hands down. He was so poor. You know, the music wasn't ready, so the bridal team had to start working without the music. Then when it came on, he didn't know when to stop for me to, start working. So me, I'm insisting, I'm holding my uncle and I'm holding my mom. My uncle is like, mi nafaa kusimama wapi? I'm like, kuja huku. You know, I'm always directing people. Kuja huku. Twende. My mom is like, no, relax. You know, you'll trip. Mommy, I'll not trip. I have to get there. So we are walking. Then the MC is like telling the DJ, eka nyimbo ya bridal team, guys, stand up. So people are standing, people are waiting. So hakuna. Ambia mamangu twende. Huko mbele tutajua. Mungu anajua, mimi niko tayari. So let's just walk. Then later on they started. But what I was worried about is me breaking down.
that dress was wow. What? You know, it was like, the dress was, I don't know, it was like a mini dress, and then sort of like, what do you call those things?
See-through.
Yes, you could see through.
Yes.
You know, I was like, what? And you know, the mom bought that dress for her. I was like, you know, mom has, you know, good taste, you know. I was like, what? I was there, and like, I don't know, I was shaking inside, but no one could see that. That's called courage.
I didn't have an opportunity to walk down the aisle the first time. As I said, I was young, I eloped. It was those ones of, ni mzuri,
Infatuation.
and infatuation, a crush. I had no mentoring, I had no training, I had no people working with me. I had no women like Wanjiko and Rachel who taught me what it is to be a woman, what it is to be an Esther, you know? Esther was nurtured, Esther was washed, was bathed, was cleaned, was taught the way of a wife. That's what we lack. You need to go through that process to actually say, I do. And now I believe I'm ready in this journey of marriage.
Inasmuch as you have expressed a desire to be united in marriage, I'm going to ask you in a short while to make a vow. And I need you to know that the vows that you're going to make are not just going to be before these witnesses, but God is at the very center of the vows that you're going to make. He is the unseen guest in the midst of us. He tells us that we should not be careless in the vows that we make. So remember, every word that we speak, God is right here, listening to those things.
I, Joseph Owuor, take you, Vivian Anyango, to be my lawful wedded wife, my companion in life, and my one true love. I will cherish our union and love you more each day.
I said my vows, and then it was her turn. And then just halfway, she couldn't, I don't know what happened to her, maybe she'll explain. Yeah, she was there, and you know, I was holding her very tight, like, you know, you can do this, you know, I got you, don't worry, I got you. Be strong. Yeah, I love that moment.
Yes, I did too.
I love that moment. Wow. Yeah, she was about to break down, and you know, seeing her, I was almost tearing up, and I was just, yeah.
It should be
I
worse.
just told her, strong.
I will support you and submit to your leadership as to Christ. I give you my hand, my heart, and my love. From this day
I
forward.
really tried to hold because I know I'm a very emotional person. That moment for me was the icing on the cake, you know? And I really needed the right people in front of me so that I don't break down. Because Wololo, it should have been hard to get me back. So he was holding me so tight, and oh, it was beautiful because he was like, I got you.
The word of God says that no greater love has man than this, than to lay down his life for his brother. And to Joe and Vivian, for your union to flourish, it is not about what you want, but more about what the other person wants. God so loved that he sent his only son.
things were hazy, honestly. After he had to point where I'm supposed to sign. Then he's putting his hands here. Mimi nimetetemeka kabisa. Nasikia vibrations. Thank God he put his finger and I had to sign. I was like, this is it. Let's do this, you know?
Do this. My signature, it's British, huh?
Hey. Omera. That's a
What do I
lure.
say?
Very complicated, these fellas.
I didn't sign it the way I wanted it to be. Because no, this is a lifetime document, you
But
know.
that's the space they have given. So, I mean,
And I didn't want to do only one, you know, I want to do
he has
everything.
to practice on a paper on the side, then come back and put it
Yes.
on. And there was no time.
It has to be the right
We
pen.
had to do it by 6.
We met in church. I think it was around, I was sort of like, I was not a church-going person. I was on and off. So I used to see her in church. She was a worship leader.
Through some friends, we thought he needed a wife. So he wants to have a night out. He'd like, Viv, are you free? Yeah, let's go. But I'm in my head, in that going out, I'd see somebody nice and I'd introduce him, you know. But I ended up getting a lot of chemistry. Yeah, then it happened.
New Year's Day, we're supposed to go to her mom's for get-together. So that day, we had to go to town to get the sodas and water and stuff. So she said, okay, at 10 o'clock, said, okay, let's go to town and get those things. So on our way, were you driving?
It was you
No,
driving.
I was driving.
He was driving.
Yeah, so on our way, now we used Nyali Links Road. We got to a place, sort of like a junction. We got an accident, write a statement, and they told us not to go to the police station. So on our way there, so I was like, now, it was already like was it like 3?
Yes.
Like 2, 3 there. It's like by the time we go to the police station, we'll stay there. Unajua mambo ya polisi tena, we'll stay there. Hata tujui kama tutarudi na hiyo gari.
Yeah.
Because apparently the mom was like a doctor, like an influential person, so tunajua maybe the story can change. No, you don't know these things. I'll say, the good thing I had the ring with me. So nikasema, now this is it. Let me just do it and get over.
Can you
Get over it, you know. So I just stopped on the way to the police station. I stopped, pulled over on the other side of the road. Then I proposed. With all that tension, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I proposed. And yeah.
And I said yes.
And she said yes.
Surprise.
Then we went to the police station. We took selfies in the police station.
Like, yeah, and he went back on WhatsApp and telling the friends, yeah, I proposed. And I'm thinking, okay. And he shows me, you see, guys were discussing all
Police
this.
station, they saw that utumishi kwa wote.
Yeah, utumishi kwa wote. Like, wow. Perfect proposal.
Yeah. The deco, by the way.
Yeah, the decor was amazing. amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thank God.
When you're
for-
driving down, I saw, like the white
Yeah.
round tables and the lightings.
Oh, it was
At first,
amazing.
I think I told her like yesterday.
Yeah.
The first day we went to check out the venue. Because, okay, I've been there before, and, because of the slides. I think I've been there one night.
Mm-hmm.
There was a concert there. So now she's telling me, no, the wedding will be here. That's like a small garden. Yani to me, yani in my head was like, ay, na sasa hivi tu gani hizi? Hata tutaka wapi? Hapo tutaka huko kwa swimming pool, sijui wapi. Yani to me it looked small. Nikaona hata ikiwa decorated aje, it won't, come out, like the way we want.
Yeah.
She was like, because, she insisted, and the mom was like, sawa. Because at that time we had a different venue already. We had already agreed on that venue. So I was like, sasa now, that day, I'm checking like this, yani, what? And I couldn't believe my eyes. It was so beautiful and white. Yeah.
And everybody in white and gold.
And the drapes, and the backdrop, and the what do you call it? The dome. Wow. It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful. Even our pastor spoke about it.
Yeah.
Like, it looks angelic. We got there, guys are in white. I was so honored. I was really touched.
White and
I was
gold.
like, white has a deeper meaning than people know. Because even when God gave Noah a sign, sent a white dove, it's a sign of new beginnings. Fresh love, and gold is a sign of anointing. So the two combined, that was heaven. That was heaven. Mom had told me, my mom had warned you, Vivian, people need to, a bride at a wedding needs to behave. You need to compose yourself. Don't laugh too much, nicely, don't dance too much. So I was trying my best to hold that. Now I'm seeing him, katikaing, I'm like, hi, okay, let him have his moment. Mara kidogo, I'm seeing my mom. Who yo? I'm thinking, is this the same one who told
Tena chini kwa chini.
I'm like, is this the same person who told me to behave myself? And then they're both doing it. I just had to pull one. I just went down and came up. It was amazing. She just told me, madailon kando, acha nikatike.
We are the naughty ones. This is the latest tuxedo. Luos don't dress in anything. Yellow. Yellow. Are you Kambas? Yellow. If you want to know a Kamba lady seated next to you, check. Lazima kona ukamba wa yellow karibu na yeye. Something kidogo, hata kama ni handkerchief ya yellow yuko nayo. I'm telling you. They are even shouting there. They are shouting. It is okay. Tafadhali. But before I give chance to my father, he's very short and precise to the point when it comes to speech.
In the speeches, we made our parents very proud. That's one thing that really caught us, because him being the last one in the family, I being the firstborn, they were really happy. And mostly was that we should not call them for any issues arising. And the key word was, it works.
It works.
Hashtag, it works.
We applied for the divorce in 2012, and the papers were finalized 2015. Sindio?
Yeah.
2015. And every other day you have the judge has been transferred. There is no judge. The courts are closed. They're on holiday. Holidays for 6 months, I think. Because every other day there's an issue. the system in Kenya for divorces is pathetic, I'm sorry to say. But my lawyer really helped. Yeah, it reached a point where now we had to get the court clerk to assist us to just get a date for hearing, because for 3 years we were not even getting a hearing. Yeah, and then when we finally got it by her help, it was within 3 months and we closed. So getting a hearing is more of the issue. Yeah. We might say the challenges is when we were friends and people are not understanding. We're just friends. He's trying to get a wife and I'm just helping. Everybody was like talking to him and me like, you guys cannot date.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, his brothers, his friends, like, because my ex was...
There's a lot of pressure, you know, from,
my
from
ex
outside.
is very hot-tempered. Okay, so at one time he was giving warnings everywhere, you know. So it was crazy. And we're like telling people, no, we're not doing anything, we're just friends. He was like calling him for a meeting. Hey, you sit here. You see that girl is somebody's wife.
She's married.
She's
Somebody
married.
else.
Yeah, please, and you stay away. That husband can kill you.
Because, you know, knowing her, you know, like, you know, people. So at that time, you know, we were friends. And I knew what she was going through, you know, and I had to be there. I don't know, someone comes and tells me, hey, wachana na huyo. She's bad news, wachana naye, you know, your husband's doing, you know, and I'm always with her, you know, I talk to her like literally every day, you know. It was like, you know, I used to listen to them, oh yeah, okay, sawa. But me, I'm doing my own thing, you know. Yeah, because, you know, because I wanted to be there. And at that time, at that point, you know, she needed someone to, and to walk with her through the whole process. Yeah, and for me it wasn't much. You know, me, I'm a very, like, you know, she said, you know, laid back. You know, like, I don't take pressure from, you know, I always like to say, you know, like, what doesn't kill you, you know, makes you stronger. So, you know, for those, you know, those to pressures, you know, from friends and family and, you know, church, you know, to me, they made me even, you know, like, be even closer to her.
One of the things that has to be built in any union, whether you have had an experience before or not, is the trust. And if we are not able to walk in trust, then there is a big gap that is going to be experienced, you know. So that became a point of enlightenment as we shared, and it was good and rich because then they were open. You know, Joe got to say about his areas of fear and concerns, and really, you know, when we got to talk about, because you see, for Joe, right now he's being raised by others because his parents died. So you need to be able to cling on to your wife. You need to be able to know where can you draw the support system from, you know, and so that aspect became a very, very critical path for us to work with them.
It's just a matter of time and conflicts will start coming up, and, you know, they need to find a way of just sorting out those issues. And our heart's desire and prayer is that they will look up to God. We talk to them as their counselors, but we are also directing them to God so that they can seek this God, and as they seek Him in their marriage, then they will find Him. And they will have the best of the marriages that, you know, we believe that marriages work, and theirs will work too if they give God His place.
For the Luo culture, AYIE means I have agreed. So this is basically going to her moms and saying, I want to take her. And she said, okay, I have agreed.
There can be that tussle, of course. Sometimes it becomes a bit, you know, advanced, but in most cases, at the end of the day, you have to agree. Yeah, and there was a reference to the same, that here we are, from this groom's family, here we are. We have come here to get your girl. But should things be difficult, you know, ladies are just like rats. Akipata mwanya, it means that she's gone on her own. So you have been left behind. So in most cases, actually, people do agree.
When a child comes home and tells you, Mommy, I have this man, and he says he wants to marry me, I encouraged her and I told her, go ahead. All you have to know is that before you have any plans for anything else, he must pay the AYIE. Come and visit. He has to come and tell us that he's serious. No panya roots.
The previous time it didn't happen, so I'm actually humbled and honored for him to have taken the step, you know, him deciding to do things the right way, you know, it's humbling. I have no words. I get emotional when I think about it. So I'm actually so honored, so honored.
The bridal shower, I had an idea that the ladies were planning something, but I wasn't sure what they were planning. I knew they were putting together because they started earlier and then somebody forgot and ratted. By the way, to surprise me, you have to be very good. So on that particular day, I had gone to the salon. Then I kept on diverting because we were supposed to be at a friend's house at 3 o'clock. But I kept on, no, let's go this way, that way. Then by the time we got there, it was 5. And they had arranged, they had called in friends I had not seen for a while. It broke me down. Because they even had a kungwi. I don't know if you know what a kungwi is, but the Swahili ladies who come and teach you about marriage life, you know. And my friend stays 5 floors high, she has no lift. So first and foremost, she made me go up the stairs with the pretext that we're going to practice. But at the parking area, I saw a friend's car. And this friend is Indian. What would this girl be doing here at Prudence's house? So there I had a question mark. But now, I didn't know the reception. So I get to the gate, to the door, and they all come out, surprise! I'm like, oh Lord. Then they pull me into the house. I see faces I've not seen like forever. I see cameramen. I couldn't help it. Natania and Rooney, Natania really wanted to attend the wedding. She kept on talking about the wedding from Kingdom Come. According to tradition, when you get a child before marriage, they should not attend your wedding because it's a taboo. I really had to have talks with her. Joe had to talk to her. And she cried a lot about it because she was ready to attend. She was ready to witness and give me away and just be in the moment of my mom is getting married. My mom is happy. She really, from the day I walked out from my previous marriage to date, Natania really wanted me to be happy. So for her to miss this occasion, it really saddened her. But 2 days to the wedding, she told me, Mom, if I cannot come, then please make sure you take all the photos and I'll see the video. And Rooney is just Rooney.
Really, my boy. At first wanted them to be, part of this whole thing. We even made, we did attires for them. Rooney and Tanya. They're all ready. We just said, if it works out, we'll do it. So at least the last days they were sort of like optimistic. They're going to be there. They had their outfits ready. But so it was sad and unfortunate that they didn't come to witness all this happiness.
Many a times women, we tend to wallow in pity and, I'm not worthy, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not, and that's a mistake. What I'd like to tell probably a woman out there who's gone through a divorce or is going through a separation or something is that do not wallow. It's not worth it. You know, I was there, and what the best thing, an advice my mom gave me a long time back was that let the man who left you see you at a better place than where he left you. Okay? And that's what carried me through with God. And it's not that life is easy and people will put you down, but it's up to yourself. Don't draw energy from people. Draw energy from yourself. Tell yourself, no, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, marriage is for me. That's what I kept on saying. Me, I didn't believe at separation and staying single. No. I really thank my God for proving people wrong that a single parent cannot bring up a child who can get married, you know? And I really believe that even after coming from a divorce, and I can be married again. I got a single man. He took my 2 kids. Who can do that but not God? So who are you to say, I'm not worthy? No, 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 no. Everybody's worthy. God made Adam and Eve, and I believe there's an Adam for you out there.